Hello, everyone. I'm Mark Easton. I'm absolutely delighted to be back chairing the Board Leadership Conference next year. And I'm honoured to be joined by the chair of the National Housing Federation, Maggie Galliers, to look ahead to the event. Hi, Maggie.
Hi, Mark. Lovely to meet you again.
Well, I've got three questions for you. And one really is about the fact that now we've got the kind of CSR out of the way, housing providers have a pretty reasonable idea of the kind of lie of the land, as it were, as we head for next February's conference. Not least the fact that the government is still apparently committed to 1.5 million extra homes by 2029. Given that sky high ambition of ministers, how do you think that board members will be reacting to that?
Well, of course, we'd expect all boards to be considering what the total funding package means for them and their particular social purpose in their areas, and responding because the expectations are high now that the sector will deliver because that package was truly transformational. And if I might, I'd want to thank members and boards for all that they did to supply the National Housing Federation with the evidence that they needed to advocate on behalf of the sector, because it really is a generational shift what's been achieved.
And of course, it puts extra responsibility on housing providers to get it right, doesn't it? Because the demands, in some ways, have never been greater. Obviously, you've got sufficient funds now. You've got new legislation, and you've got added scrutiny too. What do you think are the key challenges delegates will want to be focusing on at the leadership event?
Well, you rightly say it's a very good package. Yeah, all credit to the sector for achieving it, and we have got a wonderful affordable homes program, rent certainty, building safety access, and a 13.2 billion in the warm home funds. But all of that means that there's even more pressure on boards to exercise the accountability and oversight that they need to do to make sure that housing associations really are rising to the challenges that those kinds of sizes of settlement demand of them.
I mean, very exciting times in one respect. I must say, I always look forward to the board leadership conference because it's both kind of strategic but also eminently practical. I think it's always looking for solutions for the challenges that the sector faces. I should remind everybody that the conference is going to be on February the 12th and 13th next year. It's being held in the shadow of St Paul's Cathedral in London this time, so a terrific location. And I just wondered, Maggie, what you're kind of most looking forward to at the event, in terms of the kind of subjects that are going to come up, the kind of opportunities that the event will throw up for people.
Well, I mean, the programme, as always, will be packed with lots of big ticket items, and you can imagine the list. But how we can get greater stability for our residents, how we can work in partnership, particularly within the devolution agenda, how we rise to some of those challenges you and I were just discussing on delivery, climate change, and so on. So, a first-rate opportunity to hear firsthand what politicians and experts have got to say, but also a golden ticket to having conversations with peers about how they go about their issues, their problems. Having an opportunity in a setting where people really understand the pressures that chairs and members are under to make sure that they hold in trust the charitable objects of their organisations and really deliver the best possible service for their residents. So I'm looking forward to all of that. I think that'll be interesting. I think it'll be stimulating. But I'm also looking forward to meeting what I now see as old friends and colleagues and meeting some new ones and having a little bit of fun around the edges of the conference as well.
Well, we are in clearly very exciting times for the housing sector. Plenty to talk about, Maggie. I look forward to seeing you in February at what I know is going to be an absolutely stonking event once again.
I don't think it can go wrong with you taking us through that massive agenda. Thank you.